Okay, welcome to the regular council meeting. The date is Tuesday, June the 2nd, 2026, and the time is 6 p.m. With that, we'll call the meeting to order. The second item on the agenda is the closure of the meeting. Do we have a motion to close, move into closed?
So moved.
Okay, moved by Councilor McLaughlin, second by Councilor Brown.
Addition,
Okay,
and that would be the second item for reason to go into closed is legal matters. And the applicable sections are section 90, subsection 1s, and subsection G or I.
Okay. Any light as to what that would be pertaining to?
Not just yet.
Yeah, or are we allowed to at least something that's thrown on the table here last minute? Can we at least get some light up without diving into it?
It's always good to be able to provide a little bit of context, but it's just that can't be compelled.
Yeah.
So it's up to the members. If they choose not to, then that's sort of where it rests. But ideally, as the sort of the gold standard, it seems to provide some sort of generalized notion so that the community overall is able to hear.
Okay, Councilor McLaughlin, if you can give us a little bit of light. My concern is that there's been far too much enclosed meeting topics for discussion, and they mysteriously never come out of closed. So is there a way that we can at least give us some color as to what this might pertain to? What sort of legal proceedings, what sort of background information?
It's something that I observed in the package that would, I believe, merits being enclosed.
Could we zero in on it a little bit more?
Something on the AP list.
Okay, now I might bring something up on the AP list that I think should be discussed in open. And if that is the legal proceedings, or not proceedings, but the legal costs associated with the mayor speaking with Lidstone and Company, I think that should be discussed in open.
And I suggest we go into close and discuss this as.
Well, once again, my apprehension with that is that things go into close and never come into open again. So I think the community deserves to know why the mayor had to reach out to Lidstone and Company for over 20,000 in expenditures. Mostly, if not all, to
Sorry, on a point of
bullying, harassment
on a point of order, please, point of order. Take a read of the CAO. We've been asked to go into closed and discuss this in closed, and are you just presenting whatever you're coming up with in open? You haven't got it on the table. You do not have it on the table. Whatever speech you're about to read is not on the table. No one's accepted.
That's not the purpose. The purpose is to be able to discuss things in open and let the community decipher as the open and transparency of this committee now, or of this council. If for some reason there's something that's moving into closed that we are afraid to discuss or even give light to, because normally we can at least, as the CAO said, we can at least give some information up front as to what the topic might be. Councilor McLaughlin, you were the first one that passed a resolution that things were not to come on the table without proper disclosure. So I'd like to ask you, in good faith, with the community here listening.
I'm going to raise my point of order again. Point of order, Ken. What you're discussing is not on the agenda. We do not have this topic on the agenda. Please either get it on the agenda or let's follow the process. The rules apply to you as well.
Just a little note on this. Just to remind council, you're only sort of discussing whether you're going into closed right now. When matters come up in closed, you have an agenda to adopt, and you can debate these matters during agenda adoption in closed. This is just about going into closed for that.
I take the CAO's guidance that says the Councilor McLaughlin should at least give some sort of a messaging on what the community or what we are moving into closed, which perhaps we can get a commitment from Councilor McLaughlin that the information comes out of closed into open for further discussion.
Two things, Mayor Barry. I've already made my resolution. I suggest you call it as to what comes out from in camera, that's for the council to decide.
Okay. All right, we'll have a vote as to whether Councillor McLaughlin's motion to move into closed on an item that is yet undisclosed. So we'll vote on that, and then we'll vote on the agenda. Okay, so motion to move into closed based on Councillor McLaughlin's yet undisclosed item. All in favor? I'll call the question.
Yes.
Was there a second? I'm not sure.
So, just to be clear, what council is deciding is to move into closed, period. We are having to clarify what sections of the community charter under section 90 of the charter, what sections apply to the matters intended to be discussed in close. If that helps.
Well, it doesn't help to know what the topic is. Councillor McLaughlin had stressed that we should not.
Mr. Mayor,
put on
Mr. Mayor,
the-
that horse has left the barn. We're now voting.
Okay, all in favor of the amendment to move into closed?
I thought we just said we're not allowed to vote on the amendment. You're clearly not listening. That's what he said.
Could I understand,
We've got an agenda here, okay, and now
could I
we're,
understand what we're discussing here? There was an additional item put onto the agenda, a second. There are
Reason for going into
second
close.
reason for going into close.
Yeah, yes.
And so that second reason was legal. And then was the question, typically there's some background information regarding that. So what we're talking about here is whether or not we add legal as a reason for going into close. Is that what we're talking about? Because otherwise.
Correct.
correct, so it's an amendment to the stated closed meeting purpose. So I'll call the question on that, and then I'll call the question to move into closed. Okay, so we are amending the main agenda to include another item which is yet undisclosed.
Sorry, you're not debating the agenda right now, you're just debating whether or not to go into
closed.
and setting up what sections of community charter you are contemplating for reasons to go into closed.
Okay, and just to be clear, that section that Councilor McLaughlin has put forward was not on the agenda.
No, it doesn't have to be on the agenda.
So we don't even have to put it on the agenda, is what I'm saying.
What I'm saying is you have information that will take this council into closed, already on the agenda, that will suffice. If you have matters that come up so for instance, once you moved into closed, in theory, you can add half a dozen items to the agenda. That may cover off multiple sections of section 90. But that's to be determined at agenda adoption as to whether that would be proper. And whether the council was so minded.
Okay, Councillor Broughton, yeah.
Okay, I think the mayor's point is well taken, that items have tended to go into closed and died there or stayed there. But the point is here is I think, the fact that whether or not legal is attached or not is moot. I think we need to move, I support moving into closed.
Okay, all in favor?
Yes.
Opposed, motion carried. Okay, we've